Welcome back to Riverside Royals Dynasty, as today we'll look to take on undefeated Air Force. They're just 1-0, and we are 0-2. The year has not started out very well, as was to be expected, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. We've recruited well, and at the end of the last episode, we got our highest overall recruit of the series. Yes, he's only a 2-star recruit from Deer Park, Texas, but Daniel Belcher is a gem, and the biggest one I have ever seen. The scouting mod is going crazy, and it's a little bit believable why he could have flew under the radar, right? Only 84 speed, maybe not the craziest athlete, and you wonder, you know, a 2-star recruit, maybe he's playing at a small-time high school, maybe it's not the upper echelon of Texas high school football, maybe flies under the radar a bit, like a Jonathan Brooks did to a degree for the Texas Longhorns, although he did end up at Texas. But Daniel Belcher is a plus 19 overall gem. The recruiting mod's going crazy. So many different fun players to find, although, as I'll show you in a minute, a lot of busts. Although Daniel Belcher could be the future of our program. Yes, only 84 speed, but 90 elusiveness, 93 juke, 91 spin. Should be a very, very good player, and he can catch the football as well. And not even just out of the backfield, just in general. So Daniel Belcher is a big-time commitment to secure, but there are plenty of busts, as we've revealed with scouting. Now, there are some gems, no question, but I've left some of these guys on the board to show you. It's not just gems in the recruiting mod. There are so many busts, like Briggs O'Leary, Hall of Fame name, not a Hall of Fame player. Minus 17 bust. Minus 10 bust for the outside linebacker, Saquon Curley. Hakeem Waz, minus 26 overall, down to a 41. And as you can see, that trend continues. There are so many absolutely awful players that will be taking off our board here shortly. But of course, with the busts, there are also the gems. Garrett Geary is one from Westfield, Massachusetts, plus 9 overall. And at quarterback, there's a lot to like. 81 speed, 81 acceleration. He's a decent runner, although not exceptional. But 87 throw power is a pretty big arm. Only 66 accuracy, so that's going to have to be developed. But he's a 3-star recruit for a reason. He's somebody we're at least going to want to consider going after. And our competition is not exactly fierce. I believe that's Memphis, Coastal Carolina, and Eastern Michigan. So not exactly big-time programs. There is a chance we could lure some of these players away. However, this week, we don't exactly have a ton of points to do it, because we used a lot of those points on scouting to find out that so many of these players are absolutely horrendous. So I've added a bunch of players at the bottom of our board here. We'll find out if we're going to be even in the race for those guys at all, and also their scouting like true talent in the next week. But right now we're going to take on the 1-0 Air Force. They're an 83 overall team, and that's significantly better than we are, right? But it's not so amazing to the point where we're going to have absolutely no chance. I feel like we're doing a little bit better offensively. I know when you look at the average, we only average 4.5 points per game. It's not amazing. We allow 31. However, no, there's no however. We suck. But we're going to do our best. That's what I can promise. We're going to try. How well we're actually going to play, I don't know. I don't love our chances. But we're on the road. There's no, like, silver lining here. We suck, and we're on the road, hostile environment, against a better team who's played better. I don't know what to tell you. I can't hype this game up. Hey, watch us die on the field. And they got paratroopers storming in. Call the game. It's over. It's over. Riverside versus Air Force at Falcon Stadium. Air Force Falcons, huh? Why does that seem unfamiliar to me? I feel like I know all of the FBS mascots. If you know, insert team name, I feel like I could do a pretty good job. Like even Arkansas State Red Wolves, and they're pretty small. Just an example, right? But Air Force Falcons doesn't seem right. I guess it is. It has to be. But whatever. Not our worry today. Our worry is going to be dealing with this Air Force military training football players. They're going to be well-disciplined. That we know that. So maybe read option's not going to be the way to go today, but it also will be. We're going to try to run the ball. You know, we have a number of players that we can rely on, and that number is unfortunately 0. But maybe Dan Sims and Troy Jones here can lead us to victory. And there goes Troy Jones for 9 yards. We could pull off an upset win. My goal this season is to not go winless, and I absolutely believe we're going to beat somebody. Is that going to be Air Force today? It's a good question, as that's a nice catch by David Harris for 9. Our quarterback has a noodle arm. We can't really run a lot of passing concepts. And because of the speed on offense, we can't run a lot of running concepts either. It's just a pretty bad group. But you know what? We're just going to try to go straight up the gut, let Troy Jones lead the way, and come away with a nice win. I know it's been like 2 plays, but man, what a first drive this has been. There goes Troy Jones. Moves the chains. Big first down for the Royals. We'll try a screen. They read it fairly well, but we have blockers out in front. 71, block somebody. What are you doing? It's clear when you're running straight ahead, right, which I like, get out in front. But when there's no one in front of you, turn around. Block somebody. We don't need you clearing the path. There are no invisible defenders for you to block. Big missed opportunity as Holmes will check into the game. Running read option. This time they do play the running back. Sims takes a hit. We need to avoid those if possible. Just didn't really have an opportunity to slide there and didn't want to go outside. So we'll continue to just pound the rock to the inside. And when we do throw, they're not even throws, essentially. They're just very short, quick passes as Kirby makes a man miss and takes a huge hit. Oh my goodness. Put the smash in Super Smash Bros. With Kirby. No, I believe I have played that game before. I don't really know anything about it other than my buddy Giraffe Neck Mark's a big fan. But I do know Kirby's a character. So, pretty impressive for me. I see circle. I don't trust it. We're going to run with Dan Sims. Dan Sims has the angle and the touchdown. Pure heart, determination, grit. First guy in, last guy out. Just wants it more than the next guy. I'll tell you what, if Air Force had half the heart that we did here at Riverside, they'd be a national championship contender by now. And that extra point is good. It's 7-0 Riverside. We have our first lead of the series, the new series, as number 22 San Jose State barely beats unranked North Texas, the Mean Green. There's the Air Force quarterback, maybe. Nope, running back. Yeah, I saw number 22. I'm like, I don't know. Art Barnes. It's a real old school matchup today between Riverside and Air Force. Very interesting as, oh yeah, we're going to be facing an old school offense. Is this the wing T? Is this the flex bone? It's something. Get out there, Moses! Big tackle on Adam McDonald. All right, how are we going to defend this? It's going to be just these junk plays the entire game. We have a good shot if we can shut this down. We've got a really good shot to win. I forgot all of these military schools run prehistoric offenses. Maybe coming out in something like 4-4 is going to be a good idea. I mean, we did just stop that play. They're actually going to go 2-by-2. And they are pretty much going to be forced to throw here. Are they going to be able to do so effectively? Yes, as Morris catches the football for the first down. This is just going to be a delay. We just did not cover it well at all. Make a tackle on Barnes. We do. So Art Barnes gets 13. I think 4-4 is going to be the way to go. We honestly could come out in goal line, especially when they come out in a formation like this. But it's going to be a lot of end arounds, a lot of like misdirection, as Price needs to make that tackle and he doesn't. Off to the races and into the end zone goes Mark Henry, the WWE wrestler, and Texas Longhorn hook him. God, dude. We had him, but the world's strongest man finds the end zone, and it's all tied up, pending the extra point, which maybe is not going to be good. They could miss it. And they don't. But it was kind of close. We have a game. I know that much. We've got a game. Oh, and no. Steve Rivera is not getting up after the return. That did not look good. That did not look good at all. Hopefully Rivera is okay. But also, if he's not, won't be difficult to replace him. I know that's a little cold, a little harsh. But has he made any impact in this series? Positively? I don't believe so. I don't actually like what's happening. We're going to take off, and look at Sims! It was a design screen. I didn't like the look. Sims takes off and makes it a very manageable 3rd and inches here. Probably not an awful idea to come out in QB sneak, but they're going 3 down linemen. Safety's coming up. He might be able to shoot a gap. And he does, but Jones falls forward enough to get the first. Love the effort from Troy Jones. More like Roy Jones, because he can't be stopped. Oh, I'm on fire today, ladies and gentlemen. There goes Sims. Look at the speed for 6. Train Peck for Rivera, by the way. He is done for the game. So we're going to throw the ball on 3rd and 3, and that was a very inaccurate pass. First incompletion for Dan Sims today, and we're actually going to call it fake. But of course, they're ready for it, and we can't audible out of it. Should have just kept the offense on the field, probably, but maybe we can catch them napping. There goes Ashley! And Tyler Ashley continues to be a cult hero. The fullback moves the chains for us. He's someone we need to get in the field more. I don't know what his dimensions are. That's a weird way to phrase it, but he's huge. 6'2", 253. Just a massive force at fullback. We need to get him the football more. That's just the reality. What a play on 4th down to convert for us. I love it. Read option for Sims. We have blockers. 71! You are absolutely worthless! Why am I expecting 71 to block anybody? I don't want to know his name, by the way. I never want to learn it. It's our 4'10" center that continues to get on the field. Look at Troy Jones. Troy Jones might be a player. I'll tell you that. He keeps making plays. Buzzing over. Let's get rid of the football quickly, maybe. No, they kind of faked the blitz. Oh, and that's just too much speed. Sims goes ahead and just shrugs off the would-be tackler, and we don't get sacked. It's a great play by Dan Sims, even though we don't get any yards at all. It's way better than losing yards, which is what we were looking at. And we're just doing too much 5-wide action here. Try read option. Hand it off to Troy Jones, and he fumbled the football. Daniels recovers for Air Force, and a great drive completely eliminated as Troy Jones just coughs up the football. It's the one thing you can't do. Now, we know some tomfoolery is about to happen. Fullback dive. Clinton Robinson gets 5. Okay, what do we do here? How do we neutralize this? I don't feel like it's a good idea to come out in goal line because they have passed and they've done so effectively. I think we just have to really keep a close eye of the personnel and then adjust accordingly. Here's another quick run. Actually, it was some type of double option where it looked like you could hand off to the running back and still have the option to pitch. I don't think that's like a classic triple option, but I guess it could have been if the quarterback has an option to run. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. This is going to be a deep shot, and Wade goes up and gets it, knocks it away. Dwayne Wade, the vet corner. What do we say about him? He knows what's going to happen every play. He's got great awareness, play rec, and cover skills. He's just not strong or athletic enough to make any of it happen. But on that play, he's able to do something about it. And he's returning kicks for us now, apparently. That seems like a really awful idea. But all right. What if we got the ball in the hands of Antoine Davis? I kind of just like the idea of a run here. But all right, we're gonna give Antoine Davis a shot. Maybe the blocking will be good. That is the end of the first quarter. We're gonna switch sides. Interesting first quarter. We really should be up in this game right now, but a very costly fumble hurt us. Otherwise, I think it's 14-7 now. We didn't allow any points off the turnover, which is good. But we also obviously didn't score points of our own. So now it's going to be really important to get points on the board, as Sims is going to be scrambling and will barely just get the throw off. It's important to remember we don't have the speed to be able to roll out and make plays like that, as that is another awful throw from Dan Sims. Not a good drive. It was also not a good punt. They have the ball at the 31-yard line after the punt. Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough punt. Ooh, it is a pitch. Murphy just set the edge, force him back in. Ends up making the tackle as well, but just, I mean, we need to be able to not allow yards after contact, and that's clearly not a strength of the team at the moment. Oh, they're gonna pass. Who's open? Oh, it's the tight end, J. Mackey. His first name is just the letter J. Not TJ or JJ, RJ, just J. And it is fitting that his last name is Mackey at tight end. It is a Mackey Award named after the legendary NFL tight end, and college too, I'm sure, obviously, John Mackey, who played for the Baltimore Colts. And this guy looks like the next in line of great tight ends because he was absolutely wide open. And we are losing. Oh my God, this is full speed for Dwayne Wade. 2nd and 9, we're gonna run the ball again. And there goes Jones. No fumble, please. Took a big hit, but that's the first down. I'd love to make this the last drive of the half. There's Sims. Nice little pitch to Jones. I don't know that we ended up getting more yardage out of it, but at least it's not the quarterback with the football in the open field, because God forbid we fumble. Troy Jones has never done that. Yeah, I did feel safer with him with the ball, though. Even though that might not be wise. Okay, jeez. Jeez. 3rd and 5. Running back, nope, intercepted. That's going to be a house call for Wyatt. Oh, it's not. Dan Sims, nice tackle. Now we're going to allow a touchdown anyway. I thought that route was going to be a little shorter. And I thought we were going to, just time it up and get a couple of yards back. I thought he was going to stop around there when he called for it. But no, he just kind of kept on running and right into coverage. Play action. He's going to take off. Somebody run after him. There's no way to stop the scramble. You can't tell somebody to go after him. You can't say, hey, he's scrambling. I feel like there's not a reason to put a spy on the field because it really hasn't been an issue. But it could end up being an issue, that's for sure. Here's a run. Oh, it's an option play. And we option the running back. Murphy just kept it. And it's easy yards. I think it's a touchdown, though, if he pitches it to the outside. I don't know. That's just a tough play to defend. 2nd and goal, fullback dive. Nothing. Okay. Clinton Robinson gets in. Just could not come close to defending that. At the end of the day, our players are just not good enough right now. 3rd and 1. Yeah, we're just going to run here. Didn't slide, but I tried to. Running back wide open. Great throw from Sims and blocks on the outside. Troy Jones for 20 plus. I think that might be our longest play on the day. They sent heat, and Dan Sims delivers a dart under pressure. He knew he was going to take a shot, and he certainly did. But threw a really nice pass as we move the chains. Under a minute now to play in this first half. Might want to slow down the offense a bit, as that didn't work. Call a timeout. We don't need to take time off the clock anymore. We get that over? Oh my God. Dan Sims needs to work on that deep ball. Holy, that was terrible. Please don't read the screen. Please do not read the screen. Some guy read it, got a block from 71, and Troy Jones goes out of bounds. We absolutely cannot hit a field goal from here. There is no chance. We know it, and we're going to have to go for it. It's 4th and 10. Not a spot I want to be in. I would prefer something like 1st and 1. But that's not really a thing you can have. I mean, they're leaving the middle open. We're going to try it. Dan Sims is short. Gets 10, and that's it. That is tough. Maybe an inch shy. We tried. They dropped back everybody. They dared Dan Sims to run. And it was a dare that paid off because they defended it just well enough. 16 seconds to go. They're all the way down to midfield, and they're going to run a screen. Just get outside and defend it. Oh, that was almost defended enough. Air Force probably looking at calling their final timeout here, and they do. And they're going to try a field goal. There's just literally no chance this is even close. Here's the try. It's got the accuracy, just not nearly the leg. As San Diego State looking to upset number 5 Pitt. Their quarterback having a heck of a day. 9 for 23 for 94 yards, but a touchdown. Not much better on the San Diego State side. And we have 2 seconds left in the half. What's our best chance here? I honestly think a screen is. But there's pretty much no way we can do anything here. We'll give it a shot. And, yeah, that worked not great. Oh, and we get to kick off to start the second half. Wonderful. And by wonderful, of course, I mean bad. Oh, my. You know what's strange is they kind of have stopped running their main offense. And they're going to get back into it now. We got to worry about 22 coming across the formation. And they're actually going to go just quarterback run. And the blocks were there, and the quarterback got caught up on him. That really, very easily could have been a touchdown. We caught a big break. I mean, the space was there. McDonald needed to make one move, and he just ran into his own lineman. Oh, and there goes McDonald. Turn around, Dwayne. Big hit, but of course, it's not going to matter. It's Dwayne Wade hitting him. There's nothing there. Dwayne Wade hit sticking somebody is like if somebody were to throw a balled up pair of socks at you. Like, you notice that it hit you, I guess, but that's kind of the extent of it. But McDonald is actually out of the game. Yeah, I'm sure the Dwayne Wade hit is the reason why. They're going to lob it, and that is going to be intercepted by Price! One of the best players on our entire team, and one of the youngest as well, comes away with a big-time turnover. It's Wesley Price. Jumping in front of the tight end, Jay Mackey, coming away with the football and keeping us in this game. I do like how the backup quarterback for Air Force comes in and immediately throws an interception, and we almost threw a pick as well. How is the defensive end lurking that? Should not be in position at all. I saw him, I'm like, there's no way we're going to throw it right at him, which is, of course, exactly what happened. Oh, no, come back to the ball, and he dropped it anyway. 3rd and 10. I mean, it's open, and Ewing actually survives the contact to make the catch. Jimmy Ewing gets us the first down we've had in a while. But you know what? Never a bad time for a first down when you're on offense. Kind of what I would think about that. We're going to look to take off with Sims, sliding in front of a would-be tackler. We throw on the run. We're going to try it. There's Ewing again. Anytime you take off with one of these QBs that really doesn't have the ability to take off, it's tough. They really can't throw on the run usually, so you're really rolling the dice expecting an accurate throw or hoping for one. But we do end up getting one. And Ewing is wide open again. It's a great throw, and Ewing cannot catch it. It was only a matter of time. He caught 2 in a row. Wasn't going to catch 3. 3rd and 4 QB draw. We are a yard away from 100 yards passing, by the way, which feels insane. And Sims just gets laid out. There looked to be a lot of space. We just couldn't find it. And we're not going to punt. It would be insane. Could try a mid-screen again. It worked well the last play to Antoine Davis, who is not on the field right now. But I could see it working to Harris as well. And they just kind of are all over it. It somehow connects with Harris, but he drops it and may not have had the first down anyway. It's a really big down. 3rd and 3. Goes to Barnes, and he just runs right past. He's just too quick. Wilkerson gets blocked enough, and that's a long touchdown for Air Force. 51-yard run for Art Barnes. It was kind of only a matter of time before he broke off a long one, and he was just way too quick. it's pretty impossible. Like, one of the big problems with this game is tackling in space, because the computer's movement is so precise and so fast that you just really can't keep up. So you're going to look at me using the safety, and you can see 22 just across the formation, and we are, you know, designed to go where it looked like he was going to go, and then it's the quick cutback, and it's a really sharp cut for him and a really rounded turn for me. And there's just, in my experience, not much you can do about that. Oh my God. I mean, Dwayne Wade just got put in a body bag. Bad stuff. We've run 46 plays. I don't know, man. I don't know what we can do at this point. Also, bad news on the injury front. Desmond Smith, our highest rated player, is now done for the season. Not what you want to see. Okay, 3rd and 7. I don't show all of them, but we are still trying to run the ball. It's just, you know, not all of them work, and we're going to get sacked. Sims is great at shaking off sacks, by the way. Just, not great enough, but it's surprisingly good. That might be the thing he's best at. But on 4th and 16, I mean, we're down at this point, 28-7. Going into the 4th quarter, we could punt in this spot and get like 15 yards of field position, or we could try and get a miracle and go for it, and that's what we're going to opt to do. We're going to throw, and it's intercepted by Pollock. Could have been an arm punt, but they're going to, almost return this big time. The injury to Smith means more playtime for Wilkerson and Simmons on the defensive line, but it's just, you don't want to lose your best player. Kind of goes without saying. Best player overall-wise, maybe not necessarily performance-wise, and this also means more playtime for Moss as well. Now, this is going to be a touchdown. One way or another, we knew that was going to be a touchdown. Adam McDonald back on the field and back in the end zone. It's going to be 35-7 Air Force. We were in this game for a second. We sure were. 2nd and 14 after a failed run. I mean, all we can do at this point is pretty much wave the white flag. Anybody you see open downfield, you can feel confident knowing we don't have the arm strength or accuracy to hit them. So anything that going down the field is a clear out route. That's all that is. We can't hit any of them. All we can do is maybe check down. As Troy Jones catches the football and makes it a 4th and manageable. We're going to try read option on 4th and 2. They played the running back. There goes Dan Sims. Has some blockers and gets the first. Now, my offensive line is gassed. That's one thing I noticed on the play sheet there. So, all these screens, I mean, they're just getting tired. All these runs, trying to get down the field, they're just getting tired. And I think the rest of the team's tired of losing. Want this game to be over with. There's the tight end. It's Johnson down the field. Clarence Johnson, welcome to Riverside. His first catch of the season goes for 24. Lobbing it up to Ewing. I mean, we just don't have the quarterback for it. It's going to be 4th and 13, 4 minutes to play. A lot of backups on the field. We'll see if anybody wants to get open and make a play. This is honestly our best bet. It's Troy Jones, and he converts. Great ball from Dan Sims. We're over 150 yards passing. 8th catch of the day for Troy Jones. We're going to go hurry up here. I don't think it's going to do much good for us. We'll see if anyone wants to work open. We're going to try to lob it. Had a guy. Probably didn't have the arm strength even without pressure. Offensive holding on the running back, really, on a quarterback scramble. Okay. Brings us to 2nd and 20, as if we needed anything else to go wrong in this one. Why are you even calling that at this point in the game? Like, you have the over-under on total yards. 3rd and 12. Throw it up. Man, great ball. Why do we keep trying that? Because it's open? Yeah, it's a good idea, maybe, but in practice, it doesn't work. The deep ball is communism. It sounds good until you realize it's never worked, and then That riles up the communists in my comments section, which are like, there aren't any, and you'd be shocked. There are many. And you just don't know because of the Western world. And I'm like, joke's on you. I don't care what you're saying. You're speaking to nobody. It's 1st and 10. I don't know what's happening. The game's over. It's what's happening, and I just dive deeper and deeper into insanity with every passing moment. Okay, that's a heck of a play. And he's still gonna go, okay. See, that's part of the problem we have when we meet, you know, the ball carrier right in the hole and he just breaks the tackle. It's like we've kind of done all we can do as Smith is able to make that tackle for no gain. And this will be the final snap of the game, I would bet. Tight end gonna come in motion. And here is the give. Right back up the middle. Big hit by Murphy. Webb can only get a yard, but he didn't need anything. That is the ball game. 35-7 is your final as Air Force defeats the Riverside Royals. They'll improve to 2-0. We will drop to 0-3. They were just better. This overall thing is crushing us right now. They just have better players. And when the quarterback has one incompletion and they run the ball all over us, which you'd expect from a military school, we just simply did not have an answer. And it's tough because you're like, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. I am running the ball. And sometimes you are forced to throw. And we just are not able to execute effectively enough. Dan Sims throws for 159 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Rushing, Troy Jones got 16 carries, right, for a long of 9. Dan Sims, 16 attempts, 84 yards, touchdown, long of 11. Troy Jones had 8 catches. Nobody else had more than 2. A drop for Jimmy Ewing, 2 drops for David Harris. Man, does he suck. Antoine Davis is our best receiver. I'd like to get him the football more. We just can't. It's pretty much what it comes down to. And then defensively, no sacks, of course, but we should register a couple TFLs, Brian Smith and Lewis Moses, who, of course, you're going to see more of now that Desmond Smith, our best overall player, is injured. Sophomore Wesley Price with an interception. It's encouraging. He's a 6'5" safety with decent speed. He's going to keep developing. He's going to end up being our best player next year, probably in overall. Ole Miss has upset number 13 Auburn. It's a big win. Number 1 Nebraska. What is this, 1996? 98, 99? I don't know. They were pretty good around then. Barely beats Ball State. Some interesting games around the country. Week 5, we'll take on Georgia Southern. I really think we can win a game this year. I don't know how we're going to do it. We just need to not make these mistakes where everything unravels. We need to be able to run the ball effectively. And if our defense could just play a lot better, man, we'd have a better chance. This will be a big update on recruiting, though. We're in a recruiting battle on the other running back I'm going after, which is Teray Amaro. I took some points off of him to give to other players. And I don't regret that because he's a nice player. We don't really need him, but he'd be a nice player. I don't really know how many points I really want to give to what would be our backup running back. We have Daniel Belcher. That's a huge commitment. I really cannot state enough how huge that is. We are way behind on Linwood Tapley. Do we have any chance of getting back in this race? He's got 90 man coverage with good speed. We gained a bit of ground, but I don't know if we can even get in this race. Ooh, minus 21 bust. Okay, well, some of the new players we added to the board are not hitting already. They are just awful. Oh, plus 11 gem of a kicker. I need a kicker so bad, and he's going to go to Texas. I don't think we can get back in that race at all. I should have even checked. The thing is, we're just probably not getting in the race with a lot of these guys. Minus 1,100 is just a lot to overcome. We do have 2 guys in the boat already, and I don't think there's any way we can lose them. Daniel Belcher is the big one. He's locked in. The rest of these guys, it's going to be tough. And you got to remember, year 1, we are just probably not going to get very good players. I'm going to add more players to the board. We have 10 spots. And we'll find out about them next week. And we'll try to make up some ground on these other players in the meantime. It's going to be very difficult. but we're going to do what we can. In the next episode, we'll take on Georgia Southern, and then maybe even a doubleheader against Middle Tennessee State before taking on ranked Georgia Tech. Got a bye coming up. We'll have to play ranked Kentucky if they keep on winning. It's been a rough season. It's not going to get a whole lot better. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.